Joining me in the studio is Nicolas De Santis.
Nicolas De Santis is an expert on global branding and advisor to the EU.
That's the challenge for our next guest, who says poor management of the EU brand is fueling Eurosceptic and populist attacks like that. With us is Nicolas De Santis, president of Mercury International.
And the tragedy is that citizens do not really understand the value of the European Union. We think it's there and it was easy to get there, but it wasn't easy to get there.
Di Londra di CNBC Europe, oggi il nostro gradito ospite è Nicolas De Santis, presidente di Mercury International.
The head of that firm is Nicolas De Santis, president and secretary general of Mercury International.
Nueva imagen corporativa de Prisa. Está con nosotros en el plató Nicolas De Santis, es consejero.
We're launching the Brand EU Center because we can see that the management of the EU brand is not managed at all. And we need a strong brand for Europe, and we need to really create a strong identity for Europe. This is why all these Eurosceptic attacks are so easy, is because Europe doesn't have a strong brand.
Well, understanding the European Union and its history is very difficult. There's a lot of complexity in the brand. I think what the failure has been not to treat the European Union as a product. So if you look at brands like Apple or Nike, people have attachment to these brands, but the European Union is what I call a political establishment brand, and not many people are interested in finding out about it.
But go for it. Give me the exciting line, because you just lost me
the most exciting bit, and the
there.
reason why we at Mercury are passionate about Europe is because it has managed to maintain peace for the last 70 years. Imagine the Ukrainian issue without the EU, imagine what happened in Yugoslavia only 20 years ago with massacres and genocides. So Europe is still a volatile area of the world, and the EU has maintained peace, which is still something that is critical and we should not forget. That's, for me, if you said to me, why should we keep the EU, that's number one.
Well, Europe is a great product, but it has not been sold very well. I mean, for us, the European Union is a result of the end of the First World War, the Second World War. After the Second World War, the European Union has managed to keep peace in Europe.
Lies?
Lies?
Were you saying the problem is a lot of myths, are you?
Well, you know, the devil used to mix truth with lies, and that's the problem. When you're mixing truth with lies, people don't know what the truth is. But if you look at statistics and facts, when somebody like Farage says that 80% of UK laws are EU laws and it's a lie, we have to come out and say it. It's not true.
Europe needs to understand, surely, that it is not working as efficiently as it could do.
Well, let me put it this way. If you look at the crisis, and if we want to go and talk about the crisis and who created actually the crisis, do not blame the euro, do not blame the European Union, blame another stakeholder that is a critical stakeholder in world affairs, which is global banking. So if you want to talk about European issues, let's start talking about banks.
By helping citizens form an emotional attachment to the, let's face it, dwindling EU brand.
It's a monumental task. It's distant and boring. Our role is to make it fun. So if we can make you laugh and we can turn the European Union into something you can actually talk at a dinner, then we've done our job.
Of course, you're right. I mean, most of the benefits of Europe are not being discussed. I mean, just with the horse meat scandal that we recently had here, the EU's come in and said we have to organize this on a pan-European level to create safety for food. So the EU has got incredible things. I would say the first one is always we have to maintain the peaceful component of Europe, also based on what's going on in the Ukraine.
If we don't come together as people of Europe, and we start seeing these separatisms in Scotland, for example, or in Catalonia or in Italy, we could see a potential breakup of Europe.
Per concludere, Nicolas, siamo ottimisti, questo brand EU potrà veramente cambiare le cose?
Siamo ottimisti, sai perché? Perché non c'è forma di andare indietro all'Europa. Ormai se ci alziamo la mattina e pensiamo di avere un'Europa che si rompe di nuovo, non credo che ci sia molto futuro, siamo molto ottimisti.
La economía de atención es un concepto muy importante y significa sobre todo que hay mucho más contenido del que el consumidor puede usar y sobre todo de emociones, porque lo que produce Prisa son experiencias y emociones a los consumidores que usan sus productos.
Sí, porque nuestro enfoque ha sido que una marca, si no tiene un fondo importante de entender el futuro, no va a poder comunicar interna o externamente. Así que creamos primero una visión a largo plazo y luego apoyamos esa visión con una marca global.